Before we get to my interview with Andrew Gill-Smith, it's first time for our weekly segment of Future Shock 2.0 with workforce trends expert Ira Wolfe. So women have been an integral part of the labour force for decades, Ira. And what's going on now? There's some new studies and findings.
Yeah, John, our Future Shock 2.0 listeners are likely familiar with and probably tired of hearing already about the Great Resignation, quiet quitting, great reevaluation, the ambition recession. But here's a new one, the Great Breakup. So McKinsey and Company just released their Women in the Workplace report 2022. And what they found is that women leaders are switching jobs at the highest rate ever. So they attribute it to what they call the broken rung, where women in entry-level positions are promoted to managerial positions at a lower rate than men. So here's a case in point. For every 100 men who are promoted from entry-level to manager, only 87 women are, 82 women of color are, and only 75 Latinas. This is even more shocking. For every woman at the director level who gets promoted, 2 women directors leave the company. And if you look at some of the reasons why, there's still only 1 out of 4 C-suite leaders who are women, except that women now make up 60% of all college grads and postgraduate students. So it's not that there's not enough qualified women or educated women. It's that there's just this mismatch, and it's really worse for women of color. But ultimately, what I found was, how are companies sort of getting away with this? What games are they playing? How are women being marginalized? And what the study found was that women leaders are 2 times as likely as men to spend time working on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, DEI isn't just about crafting a mission statement, sending out some press releases, matching quotas, creating a new marketing plan for recruitment, but it takes time. It takes time and effort if you do it right. And it's about organizational change, and it spreads people that are involved with DEI pretty thin if that's their focus. But get this, in the majority of companies, DEI work isn't acknowledged at all in performance reviews. It's not rewarded, and it's not considered part of the overall metrics. So if women are doing it, they're getting penalized because they're not being measured the same way that others are. In another example, women in general get fewer mentors and sponsors. So there's no opportunity to move up in the organization. They get less support for career development. They're called out more for making mistakes and missing deadlines and goals than men and white women leaders. So I can go on and on and on, but people can just go out and Google Women in the Workplace 2022, download the report. And let me close with this. If you remember, John, you probably remember the movie Network. It was on Broadway as well, just a few years ago. Some of the listeners may get this reference. Younger listeners may not. So you can just go up and Google it. But Google, I'm mad as hell. So in the movie, there was a character, Howard Beale. He was fed up with the way his organization was treating him and other employees. So during what was supposed to be his final day, his final broadcast, he went on a rant and declared, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." Well, women leaders are mad as hell, and they aren't going to take it anymore.
Ira Wolfe, thank you. Ira is a workforce trends expert, top 5 global thought leader in his field, and host of the popular Geeks, Geezers and Googleization podcast.